Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good Friday so far. Today starts Operation Catch Up from the rain. Now, of course, it's cloudy and misting right now, but I've had to drive all the way to the other end of the town next to us for these first two. That should have been done Monday, but we had 4 days nonstop rain, so I'm starting today. Hopefully I'll get 6 done today, but because my route density on this route is so bad, it'll take literally all day to do all 6 of those. These first two are on the same street, but the drive to get here is so far. This is as far as I do drive and as far as I'm going to drive. I mean, it's about 16 miles away from my house, but I can get on the main highway going back and hit the next two that are about halfway between here and my house, and they're across the street from each other. And these two, it's a daughter and a mom. They live on the same street, and she pays me to do both of them. But this first one, it gets bad if we don't stay on top of it. It's thick and wet, and it rained again last night, and it's going to be a mess, but I'm just going to have to do what I got to do. It's a small yard, but there's so many obstacles the mower can't get around and get into, and raised garden beds in the back, and a couple fire pits, and a lot of places that I have to weed eat because you can't get the mower in. And I'm probably just going to spray them because it takes a lot of time to keep weed eating them, but I'll probably just going to spray them today and see what happens. But they got a sidewalk down the side of the house and another sidewalk in another place with patches of grass in between. And you don't want to drive the mower over the sidewalk and get the green tire tracks with the wet grass. But today I'm probably just going to have to get my zero turn in places I normally don't just to get it done. So I'll show you when I'm done all the stuff I'm talking about. You get a better idea. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get these 6 done today, and it's gonna take me till supper time if I bust it, just because how far apart they are. And one of my yards today, man, I basically have to trim the whole thing with a string trimmer because his backyard is just, you can't get a mower back there really, and it's just very wooded area. This neighborhood was built in, so lots of just weeds and not real grass. And then the guy across the street, he had trees taken down, and this is first year planting grass, so it did okay, but I'm gonna have to replant again for him in the fall, and it's gonna take several times to get it really established. But I'll show you guys that later. But if it doesn't rain, now if it rains, his yard's so steep, I'll just make an absolute mess. So hopefully it doesn't rain, it just stays cloudy, because right now it's great. But we'll see what we can do today. But yeah, let's get to it. So I'm at my next yard. It's the daughter of the lady whose yard I just did. She's only about 12, 14 houses down the same street. So I drive this far and do 2 of them. So, I mean, it's not terrible, but it does take a huge chunk of the day out as far as route density goes. But they were my first paying customers, so trying to be loyal to them, make sure they're taken care of. But yeah, these yards, if I don't get over here within them 10-ish days, they just get crazy. This one is all kinds of different grass. And it takes it till about now in the year to really be full. Somebody at some point got some Bermuda established in the front, and then it's just crabgrass and weeds in the back. But when it's mowed, it all looks good. But there's also a big tree in the front they had taken out after Helene came through, and you can't get a mower around that, so you just have to weed eat that whole thing. But I'll let you look at the front. This is obviously before, but there's where that tree is. You got to weed eat around that whole thing. But yeah. You guys, I'll show you what it looks like when I get it done. So I got this one done. You can see this part of the yard here is actually pretty nice. Normally you can get it to stripe pretty good, but up there you have to weed eat that whole hillside where that tree used to be and just blend it best you can. Try to get these clumps and leaves blown as best you can to make it look good, but yeah. On to the next one. So far, no rain. All right, so I'm at my next two properties. They're across the street from each other. One is the guy I serve on the worship team at church with, and this is the yard where they only had trees in the front before Helene, and they planted fescue for the first time, and it took pretty decent. But with the whole month of July, with hardly any rain except for 10 minutes at a time in the heat, it really hurt it. He's got irrigation, but still with that heat and no real rain, and you know, it really damaged it. He had a guy treating it for weeds and stuff. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. The weeds were still crazy, so I don't know. I've been mowing it and doing it. I did his pine straw. I come every 9 or 10 days and mow it. I do it on 4. It stripes up good before this heat damaged it. So since we've had all this rain, I might be able to get it striped up pretty good again today. I'll double cut it. Super steep. So on my zero turn, I have to go really, really slow. Like today, it's really going to take me a little bit. He doesn't have a backyard. This one over here across, though, his whole backyard is just straight up nature. They've got too many trees and wooded area back there. Like this neighborhood was straight up just built in the woods. And so basically I just take my trimmer back there and I just weed eat the crap out of the whole backyard, just back and forth, up and down. And if I really hustle, I can do it in like 25 minutes. But that's if I'm really busting it. So that's kind of irritating, but I mean, it is what it is. I might as well do his while I'm right here. I mean, right here, it doesn't get any better route density than 2 across the street from each other. But yeah, it's super overgrown in the front right here since we've had this rain. And but I'm gonna really take my time, try to get it straight back up, back dialed in, and I'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards. So we'll see how she goes. Nothing fancy, just basically getting it all leveled out. That's all you can do back here. Turned out like I thought. I mean, the backyard that I have to weed eat, you guys saw the before and after. I mean, it's really just getting everything level back there with the trimmer. You just not gonna make it pretty. It's just gonna look, you know, all one length. But I did it in about 27 minutes, so it's really not terrible. But this one right here that I was going to show you the after of, I absolutely screwed it up. It's so steep, and I already was going as slow as I possibly could. But even just the most little bit of moisture, I mean, I just make a huge mess. So I got it muddy at the bottom, got almost stuck twice, and I just gave up and started going one direction, just downhill, coming back out to the road, back up to the top, come back down the same direction. We're just going to have a conversation about that yard, because I just don't know what the solution is, because push mowing it that steep, that's also just not an option I want to do. So I don't know. I'm just going to have to come when I know for a fact it's bone dry, because when it is dry, I can handle it just fine and stripe it up, no problem. But I don't know. So yeah, ain't much use in showing you that huge mess, but we all do it. So anyways, got 2 more, so we'll get them knocked out. All right, so this one is a very, very typical subdivision yard, you know, almost cookie cutter type houses right on top of each other, very small, but I can get the front done like that with my zero turn, 54 inches, but the backyard, of course, there's a gate. I don't know if y'all can see it right there. Got to push mow the back, and it's always crazy overgrown because this is a bi-weekly. I'm going to show you all that, and it just never really looks great. but I mean, it is what it is. It's a bi-weekly. The front always ends up looking good. So, but of course, the whole left side of the yard, if you're facing the house front and back, is too steep to get the mower on. So I got to weed eat it, and it's like basically weed eating a steep ditch. So I'll show you all that in the back. So that's the only time consuming part, really. If it wasn't for that push mow in the backyard, man, I'd be out here in 20 minutes. I'd love to have a bunch of these in here, but what do you do? So yeah, I'm gonna get this knocked out. I'll show you the backyard because it's a doozy. All right. Can't tell in the video, but it's way too steep for a push mower, so you just gotta weed eat all of it. Blend it in. Ain't nothing better. 2620. See, very typical subdivision yard. I'd love to have about 20 like that. This is my last property of the day. It's a weekly. We skipped last week because they were out of town, but it takes me about 50 minutes or so. It's kind of a lot of stuff in the backyard to mow around and weed eat around and whatnot, but I can normally get this front yard striped up pretty good, so I always enjoy doing the front. But yeah. Last one of the day, and it's time to go home, so let's get it. Well, I'm done for the day, and it's 6:45. It's taking me this long to do 6 yards today just because my route density today was not good. Got my mower stuck twice because it's just wet yards and just user error. Was not my day. I'm gonna try to do 3 tomorrow that are actually pretty good route density, just 3, and 2 are in the same neighborhood, 1's in the neighborhood 2 blocks down. I'll try to do those 3 tomorrow and just be done so I can just have the whole afternoon and evening to not do anything. But I sure hope tomorrow goes better than today, man. I know we all have those days where you're just like, why do I even do this job? But whew, I'll get over it and calm down and be ready to do it again tomorrow. Hopefully I won't get my mower stuck anywhere tomorrow. But yeah, hope everybody's Friday went well. Hope nobody's cutting grass tomorrow unless you just playing catch up from the rain, but that's what we're doing down here. So feel free to subscribe to the channel, guys. You don't have to, but it is free for you. Let me know, comment down below if certain things you want to see me do. I mean, you got to remember, I just do this part-time, so it's a lot of the same yards you'll see over and over if I just show you footage all the time. But yeah, I might make a video tomorrow with just those 3. I'm not sure, but yeah, hope y'all have a good weekend, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.